So behind the wheel, this 911, with it being all-wheel drive, it's not as tail happy, but I love how precise. It's just crazy how accurate this car is, just in terms of the driving feel, the ride. I just feel like I'm in a sports car, a true sports car, but I'm also in something that it's just a magnificent piece of art at the same time, in my opinion. Just everything is so precise, so quick, so nice. And ride quality is pretty good right now. I don't have the sport chassis on, but just riding around normally, pretty good. I'm gonna put it in a sport mode now. And just every sound that comes from this vehicle it's beautiful. From the blow-off sound, from the turbos, to the exhaust, to the freaking road noise, everything is, like I said, it's a work of art. Now I think this is still around $120,000. If you can afford one, I say get it, especially with this low mileage. An auto collection of Murfreesboro is pretty competitive in terms of just how they price everything on their lot. And I would know because I'm looking at the price of these cars all the time. Because every time I get behind the wheel, something from there, I just want it immediately. And that's really what I do these test drives for. I like for you all to see how cars hold up pre-owned, but also it's just, I love driving 2016 Ferrari California T's, this 18 911, a 19 570. It's just so much fun. And they're just great over there, allowing me to test drive these cars, review them. But we're getting ready to go ahead and take it on the interstate now. See if I can get enough space to put my foot in it. So we should have a little bit of room here. Just so fast. And what's great about this one in particular is it's nothing crazy, but it's still, it's so quick, just so quick. And the ride is actually quite comfortable. But I still feel like I'm behind the wheel of a sports car. Again, they hit the nail on the head with this car. And that's why it's one of the most coveted sports cars in the world year after year. Just a fantastic sports car, that's all I can say. And I really just want to keep putting my foot into it. But that's another reason Porsches are so great. This is one of those cars that you want to take to the track. You want to go ahead and time your lap times and all of that, because this is just, it's just so much fun to drive. And again, if you need to drive it to work 5 days out of the week and then track it on Saturday, you have that flexibility. But it's so weird because the car is, and this is kind of Porsche's thing, it's so refined, it's so, everything's so crisp, so perfect, that it's just, it's hard to explain. Again, the best way to put it is the vehicle is just precise in every sense of the word. Now I have everything set to normal mode, so the drive mode's in normal, the exhaust is off, the spoiler's down. And this is how you'll be driving this vehicle probably 90% of the time. Because most people who have this car, if they do still work, this is one of those vehicles that you can take to work if you have a 30-45 minute commute, and it's not going to tear your back up, you're not going to be uncomfortable, especially with these 14-way power seats, because it's so adjustable, because you have the thigh support, heated and ventilated seats. It's not terrible to take on a long commute. So it's just impressive, just super impressive all the way around. And again, it's one of the reasons that people buy these, because they're quick, they're agile, you can take them to the track, but you can also drive it to and from the work so you can pay for it, because these things are not cheap. Yeah, super fun to drive with these twin turbos. Now, in terms of competition for a vehicle like this, it's pretty much any other sports car on the market. It's just, with a Porsche 911, this is the coveted sports car for most enthusiasts because of how perfect the car is, top to bottom. But I mean, the Corvette is a pretty good competitor, and if you even want to go back to maybe a 458 Ferrari, it doesn't feel as raw in a sense, but it's still pretty quick. And it's always been in its own market because nobody can compete with it in terms of being an all-around, everyday sports car. Woo! But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2018 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S.